The first rule in investment is don't lose. And the second rule in investment is don't forget the first rule, and that's all the rules there are.
So here we go. My first ever stock talk with Redcliffe. So explain who you are. What's your journey in investing? And I noticed that you do have a YouTube channel. You can pump it if you want. And explain what is the future plans of your company. Not when I say company, I mean your channel.
Sure. So hey guys, I'm EBS Invest. So if you guys are ever in the Ryan Williams Discord, I'm usually in there a lot. But generally, my investing journey started when I was about 16 years old because I started buying and selling sports cards, which, doesn't really sound like a lot, but sports cards could be an investment because, you're hoping that the player does well. So I really spent a lot of time and energy trying to understand the sports card market. And then once I was 17, I started watching YouTube videos on like stocks and ETFs and whatnot. And I forced my parents to get me a custodial brokerage account. So when I was 17, starting in February, which is about 5 months ago, I just started investing in stocks and putting a lot of my money into that. And I had a job. And then I turned 18 in April, and it just kind of has snowballed since then. I've gotten a lot more intelligent, and my investments have gotten better. And I that's kind of where I'm at today. But I would say for my YouTube channel, I'd like to grow it to at least 100 subscribers by the end of the summer. And I feel like it's a good way for me to help people my age try and understand investing because it can be so complex. So that's kind of my story.
So you're more the new investors that came like in 2021, right when I guess you could say the COVID sell-off, right?
Yes, definitely. Like I'm currently my portfolio is all negative. Like I haven't made any money technically. So it's been hard, but I think it's also a good learning experience knowing that, it's not always going to go up.
Yeah. A lot of people who are following the narrative that's pushed by a lot of these big time YouTubers fall for that trap. They're like, oh, it's only going up. But is it right now? No.
Exactly. Yeah,
But
I don't know if you guys watch Everything Money, but I know Everything Money is going after some of the crazy YouTubers.
yeah,
So,
I just love Paul. That
yeah,
just
Paul's cool.
that's who I am too. Like I tell people I was raised on sugar-free cookies. Basically means that my father taught me straight how it is. He didn't sugarcoat anything. So when Paul's talking or teaching, especially new investors, the truth, the full honest truth, it resonates with me because he's not sugarcoating anything.
Exactly.
So I've seen that you have received some stock from your grandfather in one of your videos, right? It was
Yeah,
what
correct.
stock was it?
So the stock was IBM. So my grandfather worked for IBM for like 31 years. So over the course of that time, he obtained lots of shares. So when he passed away, um, there was five brothers and sisters. He had five kids. But so my dad ended up getting a portion of those shares. And so every year for my birthday, I would just get a share. And of course, IBM hasn't gone anywhere in 5 years, but the dividend's nice and I figure the stock's free, so why not just hold it?
Okay. So are you more a dividend value investor or sorry, the dividend growth or dividend value type of investor?
Probably dividend growth. I mean, I do understand and value companies, but for example, like I'd rather go out and buy um like Microsoft compared to HP. Like HP is like the value investor, like it's perfect, Paul says it hits 8 pillars. But for me, I'd rather just pick Microsoft because I I just feel that the growth's there. So I'd say I'm definitely in the dividend growth investor category.
Yeah. For my journey, I kind of started in 2017, I guess you could say, but on and off for a long time. Did pretty not like super well, or not even 1%, but I think at the time, me not knowing anything, I did quite well. But unless, like you, I looked on YouTube on how about stocks, and I, excuse me, I found the dividend community, and so I was like, oh, I'm gonna be a dividend investor because it sounds awesome. Make money while you sleep, in a
Sure.
sense. Then I think it was like 2020 or 2021. I stumbled upon Paul and Everything Money, and it kind of changed me from dividend investing. I mean, I picked stocks that have dividends. Sorry,
Hmm.
but I think I'm more, I guess you could say, overall value. I kind of stay away from dividends. I mean, if I get dividends, that's great. It helps
Sure.
my portfolio. I think I'm more valuing investing as a whole instead of just focusing on the dividend.
What value plays have you picked up since you started becoming more of a value investor?
Um, Actually, Baba.
Really?
Alibaba, yeah. It took a while before Baba, but also like Chevron, Exxon. Um, Actually, let me pull up my portfolio.
Were the gas companies before the big gas rise?
It was after a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Again, I mean, I had Chevron in the past. I've seen it.
Sure.
But for me, it was a little bit after the rise. I think it was like, I can't remember exactly when. So I'm gonna share my screen
Okay.
on Zoom for you to see what I have.
Okay.
I have 50 holdings. I know some people like that's a lot, but to me, it's I can manage it.
As long as you can manage it and you feel comfortable with each company, then that's all that matters, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, right now I don't have a lot of money because I do have a child, so I kind of spend more money with providing for my child.
Yep.
So yeah, overall I'm down 18%, but that's fine. That's about a little bit where the market is. But this is Friday for me. I'm up almost 2%.
Nice.
So here's my tech portfolio, and I'm using M1 Finance.
Okay.
So tech, I have Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Cisco, HP, Intel, and Qualcomm. A lot of these are chip makers, and I'm also including Apple as a chip maker because they do make the M1 and M2 chip.
Yep.
Even though there's not a level like Nvidia, Intel, or Qualcomm. Cisco is because I am in cybersecurity. Well, I'm a student, and I have to interact with a lot of Cisco products, and I've seen the value of Cisco. They're the they're the modern day IBM, I guess you say.
Okay.
Okay, let me close this because this is kind of in my way. There we go. But my biggest holding, and this is Apple, because I, like you, I value Apple and Microsoft more than any other company because they're going to grow, even though they're a big company. They're going to grow regardless.
Yep.
Overall, yeah, with the whole tech sell off is kind of hurting this pie, I guess you could say, down 34%, but that's understandable. We were in a big bubble for a long time. Then consumer, I have Costco, HD, Domino's, Lowe's, Target, Nike, Smith and Wesson, Walmart, Coca-Cola, Disney, Pepsi. I put Disney here because of all the products they sell to customers.
Oh yeah. Disney is a giant conglomerate.
Yeah. So people, they're classified as communication. I don't know why they're part of communication, but they are. But I just put them all in here. But
Why
yeah,
do you
go
why do you
ahead.
have Pepsi and Coca-Cola? Just curious. Usually most people pick one, but I don't know.
At first, it was just Coke because how fast they can pay off their debt really
Yep.
was the factor between Pepsi and Coke. But I really thought about it. Like, if I want the top two, if I want the top of the food and beverage, why don't I just get both of them? Because Coke is number one, regardless of EMA says, because of the amount of Coke's products that's being sold. But Pepsi handles like Frito-Lay, all the rest of like the snack food.
Sure.
So might as well just get both of them. And surprisingly, Domino's actually and Costco has been my biggest gainers. Disney's down almost 50%. Nike's down 30% for me. Target's down 36. So
I do like the Domino's. I didn't pick up any. I don't know if you watched Joseph Carlson, but he picked up Domino's, and I thought that was a interesting play.
yeah, see, I bought it on March 4th. Then look at this. Slowly over time.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm up 21% on Domino's so far. Yeah, he actually is the one that caught my attention about Domino's.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my growth plays. I have Adobe. I have Facebook. I'm gonna still call it Facebook. I don't care what the name change. I'm still calling it Facebook. Then Amazon, Berkshire Hathaway, Google, and Alibaba. I'm actually surprised that's down this far. But yeah, this is my overall
Okay.
trend on Alibaba. But right now, where is it at? Actually, surprisingly, it's actually down. But yeah, that's it for that one. I mean, I'm just quickly go through this. Banks actually did really well Friday,
Yeah, there was a nice little bank rally.
but I'm thinking about getting rid of JP Morgan.
How come? You gonna get a different bank or just get rid of JPM altogether?
Get rid of it because of the whole halt of their buyback program.
Okay.
So it's because they're halting it. They're here.
Yeah.
Nosedive, miss earnings, a pause. To me, that's a fundamental change. So that does not. I do not like that. Even yeah, I've returned. I'm actually down 50 cents, but that's fine. Yeah, look, I actually got a 2020. But yeah, I'm thinking about using that money I would have got for the $13 and put it into somewhere else. I just can't figure out where.
Well,
Um,
if you do want to get another bank, like another consumer bank, a lot of people have been picking up Citibank because and that one did well at earnings, and
yeah,
it's definitely a value play, one of Buffett's favorites too.
yeah. So this
But
is my hedge against the market. And the reason why I say that is because this is not really depending on the consumer or the CPI at all. This is
yeah,
Lockheed Martin, L3 Harris, and North Grumman. They're all military stocks, but they do well because their main person that or main, I think you say, customer that provide them income is the United States government.
yep.
So this is a great one for me, in my opinion, as a kind of a hedge against the market. I mean, yeah, it's down. I mean, it was up high when the start of the Ukraine war, but
Mm-hmm.
that's a different story. Then health. Then I have United Health Group, Avi, Procter Gamble, Johnson Johnson. The reason why Procter Gamble's here, a lot of people would put it in the consumer discretionary. I just put it here because of all the health products they make.
Sure.
Come on. Industrial. This is my recent holding or new holding. Tractor Supply Company. I freaking love this company.
Yeah, I'm also considering picking up Tractor Supply.
What the dividend is 1.41. I mean, their PE ratio is a little high.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, let me check something out. If I'm not mistaken, what's their financials? Let's go to the ratio. But look at that. That's
Yeah, that's not good.
they're not good. No, that the free cash flow is not good. But look at this return on equity, almost 51%.
Increasing. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's almost doubled since the far right year. I don't know what year that is.
that's for
2014, yeah.
so they're giving you your money back. Even the return on assets for what the products they sell. So I mean, yeah, from 2014 it kind of dipped down, but it's still a positive return. You want that above 5, or you want the return on assets above 5, but equity and capital you want that above 10.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's amazing. They have a low payout ratio too for you to look at.
That's good.
So, but yeah, that's that. I'm thinking actually either splitting that $13 up between Tractor Supply Company or Cummings or Texas Instrument.
Mm.
Thinking more
Wait,
spending that money into the industrial side. Got Waste Management, UNP, and Caterpillar. Waste Management actually been the best value for me. Huh. I just barely. Oh, what did I do? What am I doing?
you're inside Caterpillar.
Well, I don't want to be. So I just barely picked this up on the 21st of June, and look at that.
Nice.
So, some real estate, have extra storage space, public storage, reality income, or, yeah, Stag and Vici.
Is Vici another Joseph Carlson play?
Yes, it was. But it actually has been beneficial for me.
True.
I'm up 32%. Oh, I'm up 46%. Stag, I'm down 30%. But I haven't heard any bad news really. And that's this this slice was 4 cents. Wow. But now it's back up to 33. Oh, I was just in that tech. Oh, I showed that one already. What one that didn't do? Oh, communications. I just have Comcast,
Sure.
and just look at this.
It's a nice game.
Yeah. What was it? Friday was up 3.3%. But that's just my portfolio. And what does your portfolio look like, if I don't mind asking?
Well, I don't think my Charles Schwab, I think it'll show my stuff in the top right. Let me see if there's a way. I have a YouTube video up, so maybe we could load that up. Oh, I can't screen share. It says participant screen sharing.
Oh, there we go.
All right, let's see. What screen should I do? Get a get it loaded up here. All right, you see my screen?
Yep.
All right. we'll just load up my YouTube video and we can just go through it and pause it because I don't really feel comfortable sharing my
That's fine.
Charles Schwab. So I think there might be some sign-in stuff I gotta do. So this is my YouTube channel, guys, if you want to check it out. All right. So this is my account. So we're looking at first. So I've been buying a lot of Google recently. I think Google's at fair value. And then I recently picked up American Express. I kind of wanted to pick up more of American Express but I think I'll do that eventually. I really like the stock. And then we have Apple. And then this is my lithium play. It's not really playing out very well. I was hedging against inflation, excuse me, inflation for a little bit, but then Tesla basically said that they wouldn't be buying lithium from them, and so that really has sent the stock down. I think I'm down like 60% on the holding. So I mean, luckily I only put like $70 in, so
Yes,
I'm not out a lot.
it's not your
But
whole portfolio. So yeah.
exactly. But one of my friends, it is his whole portfolio, really. It's
Ooh,
like 60%, so a little
damn,
worrisome. Yeah,
damn.
exactly. So then we
Look,
have Jake.
do
Oh
you
yeah,
not
sorry.
do you not hear Warren Buffett or top investors don't put anything more than 5% in your portfolio?
I guess not. He was just so excited because we were beating the market at the time. We were each up like 40%.
Jeez.
So then JP Morgan is a recent pickup too. And then I have Facebook. I bought Facebook right as it crashed. They had bad earnings, then it was the instant crash. So I have a lot of my money in at like 240, 230, and I've been adding some more, but I'm still down considerable on it.
That was like what, last November?
Yeah. And then I have Microsoft. I didn't even know I had that much money in Microsoft. I just keep adding money to it. And then we have this is Qualcomm. I really like Qualcomm. It's a really undervalued company in my opinion and nice dividend too.
It doesn't get much love, does it?
No, it doesn't. And then I have Rio Tinto. This is a big mining conglomerate based out of Australia. So they
Actually,
pay a nice,
I might pick them up as I get
yeah,
rid of JP Morgan.
yeah, they're a great pickup because I'm down like $50 on it because I bought at the high.
Ooh.
Because yeah, this is one of my new stock pickups too. It's called Stillwater Limited. They're the number one producer of platinum in the world, so they're a big mining company based in South Africa. And so I figure, rare earth metals will play an important role in the future.
Yeah.
Then we have Starbucks. Everyone loves Starbucks.
So here's my thing about them. I
Sure.
love I love the products.
Hmm.
I think Paul said numerous times about Tesla. He loves the cars, but he hates the business. Same thing with me. My wife loves Starbucks coffees and drinks. I do too, but I hate the business.
Sure. Yeah, I did a recent video on Starbucks, and I mean, if you applied like the 5% growth rate with inflation, I mean, it's only worth like 50 to $60. I mean, you really have to hope that Starbucks grows well over the next 5 years. So,
We can get to more of my point on Starbucks
sure,
after you get done.
sure. And then this is one of my favorite holdings is T. Rowe Price. It's like 7% of my portfolio with Starbucks. They're each about the same. And I like every time I put money in, I always just put like $10 into each. And I've slowly dollar cost averaged my way in over the course of when I started. But I think T. Rowe Price is a very undervalued company. And then we have Target. Everyone knows Target. And then I have a small amount Tesla. I actually only put $90 in. Like this is the $22 gain or whatever that is just purely from it going back up. So I think that's kind of cool. And then Twitter, I only bought this. I only put in like $17 because of, I thought Elon was going to buy it and it was going to go insane, but that ended up not happening. And then for my ETFs, I have TQQ, which I only have one share. And I bought that at like $60, so I'm down a lot on that. And then I have SHD, and then SHX, and then XLF, which is a financial sector one. I really like this one because it invests in like all the banks.
I had the one for technology,
Nice.
but
then
that one didn't work out. It was just like going down, 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 down. Like I think I bought too early.
let me see if there's a gain. So you can see my gain loss. This was probably from a few days ago, but I'm down like 10%, so negative $260. So, and then for my Roth IRA, it's very simple. I like to keep my Roth IRA simple so that way like it's not overly confusing. So I have more Apple than Berkshire, than just Microsoft. And then I just have SHD and SHX. So SHX is my S&P 500 ETF that I found. So I think collectively I probably have like 20 shares of this at the moment. So
I'm thinking
that's
about. Sorry, you finish.
so anyways, that's my portfolio. Surprisingly enough, my Roth IRA is outperforming the market, so I guess that's kind of cool.
Yeah. So I actually plan on whenever I get my Roth IRA up and running, to have about 50% in SPY. Then in a sense, the other 50% into like FANG stocks, like
Yeah,
Apple, Facebook, Amazon. But the end is typically Netflix, but Netflix has been going down. I mean, I think it was up Friday, but it just is it's evolving into a company that can't handle the pressure now with like Disney, all these other streaming sites.
I think Netflix has a big issue because they make the shows, right, the Netflix originals, but they pay the actors so much money that it takes away the company's like overall just like free cash and just like ability to perform well. Um, I forget what show it was, but they were like paying this one actor like a lot of money, and I was like, really for Netflix show? That's kind of absurd.
I could be 100% wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, I think I saw last year that Adam Sandler signed a contract with Netflix, like 36 movie contract.
Hmm.
And it was like north of $60 million.
Yeah,
But I could be wrong on the amount of movies and amount of money it was for. But all right, let me go back to sharing my screen.
yeah, but
Um, oh,
I
go ahead.
love the Roth IRA plan. I think people putting their money in the SPY or SP 500, it's an easy bet. It's like I think of it as like a house. It's like the foundation for your house. Like it'll go along with the market. Like you're not going to lose money as long as the market goes up.
Yeah.
So your turn. You can continue now.
So here is Starbucks, and this is my main issue with Starbucks. Everything was looking fine. Then I got to the debt of Starbucks. The current price of free cash flow is 25.31. That's outrageous. But look at this.
Yeah, I think COVID was like
Yeah,
black swan year for them.
yeah. But the year before, 32. Then year after, 29. Their debt to free cash flow. Yeah, I get that point. But look at this. Look at the returns. Look at the return on equity. This is current.
Well, that's
That's,
not good.
yeah.
But do you think it's potentially just due to like COVID wrecking a lot of businesses and not all the Starbucks being open and China and other investments not being able to operate?
Um, but you think about it, 2020 right here, their return on equity is a lot lower than last year and the year before.
Sure. That's true.
So they were making the return back on equity better in during COVID and then last year than the year before.
I think they just have like a lot of debt. So like when they were closed, they were able to use a lot of their money to pay down debts.
Here's the total debt right here. And I'm using stock analysis. And if you see a comma, like a thousandth, like for example, for the total debt,
That's
23,000,
billion.
that's billions.
Yeah.
That's billions. Where is it at? Then look at this. Net income 4.1 billion. Free cash flow 4.5. They have a lot more debt than both their net income and free cash flow. I do not like that, especially when interest rates are going up
True.
with CPI, especially with the recent posting CPI being so high. That's my biggest issue with Starbucks. How can they grow with these interest rates going higher and higher? They can't expand. They can't make new buildings. And also with the whole labor conflicts with their workers, I don't see them being worth $70. I'll say them lower than that. In my trio video, I show that the first DCF model I have, I use two and average both of them out to get a better value that I feel is more accurate. My first DCF model was saying that Starbucks was worth $90. It was looking like it was about to be $90 pretty soon, but is it really worth $90 without raising interest rates and labor problems? No.
Yeah, it is one thing that concerns me is the what's it called? The union strikes and whatnot with Starbucks. You know, if you want to do a union, that's fine, but as a shareholder, I'm not a big fan.
Yeah. Then my other DCF model was saying Starbucks was like $20. Like, whoa, where's the difference? I'm using both the same free cash flows, but why am I getting two different numbers? But you average both of them out to about, I think it was like $53. That one I see more accurate to the value of Starbucks, in my opinion. You may have a different opinion. I think it was like what, 80 something dollars for you?
Yeah, so it was 80, and that was with 7% growth, and that was like average for I think that was next year. So we're looking at $80 for next year. And then I said if inflation, really hits them because people are going to be buying less coffee, because people have less money to spend, they're not going to go out and buy coffee as much. I said, I think I got a number of like 68 or 65 and like a buy price of like 50. And
So
then I said, well, if Target can grow at what they did in the past 5 years, growing at 15%. So I think I put in like 10, and at 10% I got like $90.
the Target or Starbucks?
Starbucks.
You
So,
you shortly said Target.
oh, yeah, that's my bad.
That's right. But yeah, so we got similar numbers to if inflation hits Starbucks hard, is around $50.
Yeah, I think
So
it. I think
go ahead.
inflation will definitely hit Starbucks hard.
Yeah,
I
especially with
think it
that debt.
probably already has, but
So with the remaining time I have of Zoom, I told you I have this crazy theory on how Apple can beat or try to beat Microsoft on the subscription based model.
sure.
Name all the subscriptions you will get for Apple, if you can.
Let's see. You can get iCloud. You can get a subscription to like Apple Music. There's Apple TV. You can also get like Apple Protection, which I don't know if that's a subscription, but I guess you pay for it.
But do they really bring in the money from those?
I think they make good money off of iCloud. is
Yeah,
my
that's
knowledge.
probably the best. That and music is probably the biggest ones that
Yeah.
bring in money. But
Yeah.
name Microsoft subscriptions. Yeah,
Well, they have,
Microsoft. You have Azure, the cloud. You got Microsoft Office, and you got Xbox. Those three just alone bring them more money for Microsoft than Apple has with all their subscriptions, especially Azure. So here's my big theory on how Apple can compete better with Microsoft. They buy Sony. Their cash on hand is greater than Sony's market cap right now. And once they buy Sony, they still have money left over. So just think about it. I put it in Ryan Williams' chat once. If Apple buys Sony, I think Apple stopped putting Sony Vegas as a pre-installed app on their computers. So you have Sony Vegas as a video editor for video people of Sony. Then you have all the Sony cameras. So that's photography, video. You got PlayStation. PlayStation actually costs Sony more money to make than for the people to buy it.
yeah, I saw that.
So so in a sense, you're getting into this multi-billion-dollar industry, and also you're into the home appliances because Sony has a lot of like surround sound systems, so like that. Just think about that. You put a M1 or M2 chip in every single one of them, then raise it a little bit. Just think about it like a Sony Vegas, or not Sony A3 or whatever the new camera is for Sony with an M1 or M2 chip in there. That thing's like outdo every single camera there is. Because that's probably like a Red, the top cinema cameras.
Yeah.
Just think about that. And they can do subscription-based modeling through Sony and through their own Apple stuff.
Interesting. I like the theory. I'm not fully on board with it, but I think it potentially could happen. I just don't think that Microsoft and Apple really try to compete. I mean, they compete, don't get me wrong, but I don't think the subscriptions between them two are the same. Like Microsoft 360 is different than what Apple offers, and
Yeah.
so
But that's my theory on how Apple can compete with
sure.
Microsoft on their subscription-based model, because Microsoft brings in more revenue through that model than Apple does. And Apple, in a sense, I feel like it's jealous of how much money Microsoft can bring. But
Yeah.
anyways, thank you, North, for
Yeah,
coming
you're
on.
welcome. Yeah.
I'll give you the video. But
Yeah,
thank
I
you everyone
recorded
for
it too, so
okay.
hopefully it works.
Thank you everyone for watching. Take care. See ya. Bye.
See you guys. Bye.